Stadium as we get prepared to broadcast live the Dexter Bearcat football game. Tonight they'll be hosting the Malden Green Wave. Looking for a pretty good game tonight, Bill.
Yeah, I believe so. They're both coming in here. They're both hungry. They're both looking for that win. And I think we should expect a really physical and exciting game tonight, Ed.
Yes, very much so. We've talked before. Dexter plays a very extremely tough schedule the first 4 weeks. And this year they come up on the short end of the stick, coming in 0-4. Malden, as I think we're going to hear Coach Pixley talk about in a little bit, they're 1-3. Got off to a win their first week, but two of their losses came by 2 points each, 14-12 outcomes. So they're just as hungry as the Dexter Bearcats to really get their season going and then on the winning track heading into district play.
Now, of course, Dexter, always gauged a season by that first game. And, if Dexter could have pulled that game out, which was a very close game against St. Genevieve, it could have been a little bit different with it. And Dexter itself could be sitting at 2-2 right now. Like Coach Pixley had said in the interview, Malden could be at 3-1. So we could really have an exciting ball game. But they're both looking for that win. And I believe they're going to come out here ready to play.
Absolutely. Well, you play tough schedule, play tough teams at the beginning of the year, that it's only going to make you better toward the end of the season. As a previous coach, you yourself know that. Malden kind of the same way. They played against a very, very good Thayer team. I think number 6 in the state in that class. So they've not had just any pushover competition either. So again, ought to be a great barometer for both teams. Really wanting to get on the winning track tonight, get this season going. Dexter looking for that very first win. Malden looking to get closer to that 500 benchmark with the second win. Two great towns, 20 minutes apart, both of them in the New Wave communication system. So we're excited about bringing our fans, our customer base, the football game tonight, also on the YAC network here on New Wave Communications. So here quickly, Bill, final comments before we break it over to Coach Pixley.
Well, just look for a lot of physical play up front with the line. That's where it's going to start at and where it's probably going to end at. And then both teams having some excellent skill kids out there that's going to bring it.
Good deal. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and you'll hear from Coach Pixley, and we'll be right back.
And welcome to this pregame coverage of Dexter versus Malden for Friday Night Football. And Coach, I'm here with Coach Aaron Pixley of the Dexter Bearcats. And Coach, you've had some tough games here early on at the beginning of the season. Looking down the schedule of all the teams in the area, I don't know if any team in Southeast Missouri has had a tougher 4 first games than the Dexter Bearcats. You've dropped the first 4, but I tell you, coming up, on some conference games coming up, and later on into district play, you gotta feel prepared for these games coming up because you just had a tough 4 games.
Well, you'd like to think so. So we wish we would have been more competitive those first, the last 3 games. Let the first game get away from us. We felt like we should have won that game. In the last 3, we've got beat by some really good teams. So like I said, so we wish that we were more competitive in those games, and hopefully, just playing that schedule will help us out for the rest of our schedule. So we just got to execute better and get more physical.
And you got the Malden Green Wave coming to town Friday night. And what do you expect out of the Green Wave coming this year?
Well, they're a good football team. They're 1-3, but they could very easily be 3-1. They've lost 2 games, 14-12, and had 12-point leads in both games. So they play hard. They're quick on defense. They got 3 running backs that run very well. Got a quarterback that runs well and can throw it off the run. And they just play hard. They're very competitive. And like I said, we can't sit around and just say, well, hey, we've been playing Poplar Bluff and Sykes and teams like that, and expect to come up against the rest of our schedule and it'll be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. They're very good, and if we don't execute and play better, then they're going to beat us.
And looking forward to your 5th game now in the season. You're about halfway through the season now. What do you see in your team that you're thinking you're coming along with, and what do you look forward to in the future with your team?
Well, it's tough to say. So we've been whipped pretty good the past couple of weeks. We have a young offensive line and we got a young defensive line, and so we just hope that they really come along and start getting better and better. And we'd like to run the ball a lot better, and hopefully we can do that tonight. But basically everything needs to improve. Special teams and spots have improved, but we need to do a lot better.
All right, that does it for our pregame interview with head coach Aaron Pixley. Back to you guys.
Well, Bill, as you just alluded to, Coach Pixley also saying he's going to begin right there at the line. He's a little cautious of, or concerned, maybe be a better word, for the three-back threat of Malden Green Wave. Also talking about the quarterback there that can run as well as throw on the run. But as you're saying, it's all going to start up there in the trenches because whoever's established that line is going to come out victorious tonight.
Yeah, if you come out here into the defense and you control that line, yes, Malden, likes that spread offense. They'll come out. They like to, a lot of play action. Well, you take away that run and eliminate it down to just being able to pass that ball, you get that pass rush going, get that containment from your outside in towards that quarterback. Of course, you're going to have to play some great defense out there in the defensive back area and cover those receivers. And, that's your starting there. And like I said, it goes back to that line play. If your offensive line can't block, you're going to get a pass rush or you're going to shut down the run, obviously. But if you can't get a pass rush and the offensive line's controlling that and getting a push and getting them off the line, watch for some outside, inside veer type action out of that, spread type offense, and as we've maybe seen in the past, which I felt like Dexter had started understanding and controlling that, and I'm sure, where the quarterback was basically tucking and running. That's one of your threats too. So, there's always all those things, but I always felt like it always starts right there in the trenches. The battle is always won in the trenches, and, that's just, simple football.
Simple football. Okay, well, we're going to take a break for the national anthem. You'll hear our starting lineups for the Dexter Bearcats.
Number 7, Ben Mills, senior, quarterback. Number 10, Gary Summers, senior, wide receiver, defensive back.
Number 32, Wesley McCullough, senior, running back and linebacker.
Number 41, Ward Hedger, junior, tight end, defensive end.
Number 45, Sean Slavin, senior, running back, linebacker.
Number 55, Brandon Moore, sophomore, offensive guard.
Number 59, Taylor Gerald, junior, offensive guard, defensive end.
Number 60, Ethan Morgan, senior, center.
Number 70, Jacob Willinger, junior, offensive tackle. Number 78, Zach Lacey, sophomore, offensive tackle. Number 81, Ryan Wyndham, senior, wide receiver, defensive back. Number 10, Gary Summers, senior, wide receiver, defensive back.
Number 11, Hunter Bruce, senior, linebacker.
21, Josh Sifford, junior, outside linebacker, tailback.
Number 24, Jake Cox, junior, defensive back.
Number 32, Wesley McCullough, senior, running back and linebacker.
Number 33, Nick Summers, sophomore, running back, D-line. Number 64, Dylan Sandlin, junior, defensive tackle. Jake Lee, sophomore, defensive end, tight end.
Number 59, Taylor Gerald, junior, offensive guard, defensive end.
And that's the Dexter Marching Bearcats lining up, being prepared to getting ready to receive the Dexter Bearcat football team. Right now, both teams still in the locker rooms getting final words of instruction. We see the Malden Green Wave starting to work their way around from the visiting locker room to the edge of the stadium here as they're getting ready to run onto the field. Bearcats still in the locker room. Coach Pixley surely getting final comments in. Bill, what kind of things is Coach saying right here 30 seconds before you run out?
He's probably telling them right now, focus on your job, do your job, and do it right, and all 11 of you do it, and we can come away with a win. And tell them, you know, it's got to be 4 quarters. We can't play 2, take 1 off, play another. You got to play every minute on the field to your best ability, get your job done, and you got to win.
Absolutely. And I talked with Coach Pixley last night for a few minutes, Bill, and that's one thing Coach and I were saying is that not everybody on the field has to do their particular job great every play. But we can do great things if we just do the fundamentals very good.
Correct.
And so, but it takes everybody doing well every play. He talked about how he'll get the right side of his line to execute well with one play, but the left side took that play off. Yep. And then the next play would be vice versa. If he gets all of his players giving it, like you just said, all you got, you know, on every play, coming off the ball and getting after it, then we ought to see some good things tonight.
Well, every player, and, you know, the coaches from Malden telling their players the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to come out. Take care of your responsibility first. You know, you cannot be worried or concerned about trying to play 2 positions. You got to take care of your position, your responsibility, and when you do that, and then, you know, it comes together. There's your team play.
Here comes the Green Wave on the field. Good deal. We got the Stoddard County Fair going on this evening also, and so the crowd might be just a little bit later getting into the stadium than what we've been accustomed the first couple of weeks here. But Green Wave coming down the field with a lot of enthusiasm. Their loyal fans over there across the field also clapping and cheering them on. So we see the Bearcats lined up at the door. Captains are coming around the edge of the field here, getting ready to meet out in the middle with the umpires, or the referees. And so won't be but a second here, and we'll see our Bearcats come crashing out or rushing out onto the field as well.
I believe they've all came here to play. They're ready to get this game started, and I'm looking for some great action tonight.
Absolutely. Neither team can really let the record come in here and get them down or try to predicate how the outcome of this game is going to be. But either way, so an exciting game tonight. Both teams looking to get on the winning track. And here come the Bearcats trotting out of the field, out of the locker room as they prepare to come rushing onto the field.
Yeah, I think this is 2 teams where their record really doesn't indicate how good of a team they actually are. No. You touched on that, Ed, with Malden. A couple games by a couple points. You know, they could easily be 3-1. Dexter with some. I really think dropping that first game maybe took a little life out of them. They had to regroup. They played some big competition.
Yes.
And but some people may frown on that, but it's not always a bad thing. You've got young players out there on Dexter's team. They're getting a lot of experience. Got the run through, and they're ready. We'll be seeing those captains walking out here, and
Well, we got less than 4 minutes before kickoff. Why don't you? We just saw the Dexter starting lineups. You got the Malden starting lineup there in front of you, Bill.
I sure do. Starting defensive lineup for the Malden Green Wave. Defensive tackle number 52, Chris Bennett. Defensive tackle number 60, G.W. Howe. Defensive end number 48, Lester Jordan. Defensive end number 42, Dwight Jackson. Linebacker number 12, Devin McAllister. Linebacker number 30, Kyle Lamar. Linebacker number 20, Patrick Wilson. Defensive back number 80, Quentin Jackson. Defensive back number 10, Percy Johnson. Defensive back number 5, Raymond Wilson. Defensive back number 4, Travis Gregory. Starting lineup for the Green Wave offensively, Quarterback, number 4, Travis Gregory. Tailback, number 1, Justin Rowe. Fullback, number 30, Kyle Lamar. Wideout, number 84, Jordan McMum. Wideout, number 80, Quentin Jackson. Running back, number 5, Raymond Wilson. Center, number 68, Brody Elder. Guard, number 52, Chris Bennett. Right tackle, number 66, Nick Patillo. And we're without names, unfortunately, for right guard, left tackle on the offense. And hopefully we'll be able to get those names for you soon.
Must be a last-minute coaching decision.
There might have been a change there.
Well, it's a beautiful night here at Dexter, Charles Bland Stadium. Clouds have pretty well cleared away. There's no threat of rain. Humidity's a little bit lesser than what we've seen the first couple of times we were here. So really starting to really get into that traditional hard-hitting football weather that we all like. We got our favorite guy, Greg Schwartz, behind the camera again tonight. So Tyler Wagner producing it all, making it look nice and professional and pretty for you guys there at home. We hope you enjoy the game tonight.
Well, earlier this afternoon, Ed, watching one of my most favorite TV stations, Channel 21, YHC TV, they are calling for an upper 50 for low tonight, so I don't know how soon that'll move in. But seems like YHC TV usually has right on the nose on the weather.
So it looks like Dexter Bearcats going to receive on the north end of the field. So they'll take the offense first. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go?
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
And we're back. Real quick, just want to remind you, the kickoff's brought to you by Pizza Hut at 1113 West Business 60 in Dexter. Call them at 624-5333 or order online. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to midnight. Pizza, Tuscany pasta, sandwiches, salad bar, and Wing Street Wings. Appetizers and fried apple pies. Lunch buffet Sunday through Friday, 11 to 1:30. Wednesday evening buffet, 5 to 8. The buffet features all-you-can-eat pizza, pasta, salad, and cinnamon rolls. Dine-in, carry-out, or delivery in a limited area. Available for all your convenience. Pick up at their drive-through window. They will also be featuring live broadcast and replay of the Dexter Bearcat football games on TVs in the restaurant. America's favorite pizza is Pizza Hut. So there's the kick, returned by number 24, Jake Cox, up the middle to just about the 46-yard line. So the Dexter Bearcats coming out, going to have great position on their opening drive.
Number 35, Joshua Robinson, in on the tackle on that end. Wasn't for him, that might have went a little further on that.
Okay, so here we go. Looks like the I formation. Senior quarterback Ben Mills under center. They hand the ball to Wes McCullough. He gets maybe a yard, maybe two. Tackle brought down by number 48, Luster Jordan.
Yeah, number 12, Devin McAllister, in on the tackle on that. Malden's coming out. Nice look, actually a 43-44 look with that adjustable outside linebacker. And they've come up. They're being aggressive. This is what we expected, some aggressive play up front.
Ben Mills rolls to the right, looks downfield, has a receiver, and Ryan Wyndham caught, turns it upfield, touchdown, Dexter Bearcats, 54 seconds into this game. There is a flag on the play,
Yeah, I believe you're going to have a pushing in the back on that, Ed. That's kind of a, a rule of thumb on that, Ed, is if the runner's ahead of you, there's no reason to block anybody.
Coach, got to appreciate the aggressiveness, especially this early in the game. But like you said, Wyndham, he was 20 yards from the next person.
Well, that offensive set that Coach Pixley came out looked awfully familiar from last night. I was watching South Carolina and Ole Miss, and South Carolina came out with that little cluster trio.
Okay.
And it worked for them also.
So the touchdown's going to be called back. Looks like they called the penalty right around the 15-yard line, 12-yard line, so it's going to be lined up at the 22, 23-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Ed, just like I said, that's uncalled for. If the runner's got 10 yards on the nearest opponent's team, just let them go. But, hey, kids get excited. They're looking to try to do something, everything they can. So you can't take that away from them also.
Bearcats in the I formation. Hand off to Wes McCullough. He looks to the left, turns it up. Met by a host of Green Wave, but for a gain of about 5. Looks like maybe number 1, Justin Rowe led that tackle for the Green Wave.
And I believe number 42, Dwight Jackson, also in that. I believe there was another player involved, but it was such a cluster. Nice flow to the ball by Malden to not allow any more yardage than that.
Hand off there to Aaron Mace, number 45. Going to be close to the first down.
Dwight Jackson, number 42, in on that tackle again, Ed.
Excuse me, I said Aaron Mace. That's Sean Slaving, number 45.
I believe Dwight Jackson came to play. He's one of those. He's moving around. I am impressed with Malden adjusting so quickly on defense. They're a flexible type defense on this.
Okay, so play clock ticking down. Handoff again to McCullough, who gets the first down, rambles down to about the 5.
Yeah, Travis Gregory, number 4, in on the tackle. Looks like Coach Pixley's going to stay with that shotgun split back look, and that mixes it up. You got your passing, you got your run. Got the dangers of quarterback rolling either way with you after the fake. But now he's changed up, coming out in the eye look.
Yep, with Josh Sifford at
going
the eye back.
Try to get a little powerful here.
Fakes it, looks to his right, scrambles left. He's got open field, running to the corner. Touchdown, Ben Mills and the Dexter Bearcats with 9:21 to go in the first quarter.
Well,
see if they line up to go for 2, or if they're going to try the traditional. I see Dylan Acevedo, number 54, coming out. Looks like they're going to try to kick it for 1. There's the snap, down, kick, up, and good. For over 40 years, Missouri Southern Healthcare has taken pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, hometown healing. Again, this week bringing us all of our extra points and field goals. So, again, a good drive. We talked early before the game, Bill, if Dexter could come out and on that first series establish some offensive rhythm or a big defensive stop, depending on how it turned out, get the momentum going, it could be a really exciting game for the Bearcats.
Well, Malden came out. They were aggressive on the defense, no doubt. I mean, they were really flowing well to the ball. You got that senior quarterback, Ben Mills, back there, who is, as we've seen, can be elusive. And, give Malden lots of credit for attacking that, shutting down, stopping that run. And but you got to account for the quarterback, and that's not always easy to do.
Yeah.
And if you've got a very fast quarterback or a wise one, it can be quite difficult.
We got Dylan Acevedo here on the kick. Deep. Looks like it's going to be received by number 5, Raymond Wilson on the return. So he heads up the right, looking out to the outside. Good return there by Raymond. Out to almost the 30, maybe the 29. So Malden as well will start their first drive in pretty good field position.
Yeah, that's not bad. I would take it on the anywhere between the 25 and 30 anytime.
And I always got to learn anything past the 20 is good.
Oh, yeah, anything past 20 is great.
Greg Schwartz taught me that.
And,
all right, so here we go.
Excited to see what Malden comes out in here. They're going to come out with a one-back set, quarterback under center.
Handoff there to Justin Rowe. He is met by, look like Wes McCullough, playing middle linebacker, and also number 80. Is that Ryan Wyndham, number 81, or was that 89 on that stop?
Yeah, I
I
believe
apologize.
Nick Summers was in on that too, Ed.
Okay, we got 88 in there, Jacob Lee on the defensive ends. Okay, so single back set. Quarterback roll. Slipped, lost his footing there. That was Justin Rowe.
Well, that number 1, Justin Rowe, he appears be a very fast player, Ed.
He's one of the 3 threats that Coach Pixley was talking about.
He appears to have quite a bit of speed in those legs. He's one of those you want to definitely keep going east to west, but I don't know. That's you're going to have to really flow the ball to keep a player like that under control.
Looks like we're going to have an offsides on
this
defense.
would be interesting if Dexter actually crossed the line of scrimmage or not, because if he didn't, you definitely had motion on the he did cross the line of scrimmage.
So now instead of a 3rd and 8, it'll be a 3rd and 3. Malden setting up in the single back set.
Yeah, Dexter's in their 44 look. They got blitz on.
Slipped through. Nice run there by number 20. Patrick
are,
Wilson for a gain of about 8.
Yeah, blitzes are great, Ed, unless you hit the wrong side. But, we're used to that. Coach Pixley, he believes in the blitzes. He likes to, send everybody after you. He's going to make you earn whatever you get. And I do like his aggressive, approach to a game.
Okay, so Gregory under center. Fumble on the snap. Appears that Malden Greenway were able to retain the ball. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Having a little bit of trouble on that. That's 2 of them they've put on the ground right now. Probably Malden, they just need to come out, relax, get in their mode, play their game. They've got the speed out there, and just execute their game plan.
Malden staying in the single back set. Gregory under center. Handoff there, sweep. Oh, number 5, Raymond Wilson, met immediately. But number 35, Aaron Mace.
Tried to set up a little bit of a reverse, and right now Dexter's defensive line's playing very aggressive, and they basically created that new line of scrimmage, which bubbled back to play, and that really can mess up a good reverse or counter type play if you're getting that bubble or that push up front, and in that case it did.
Gregory rolls out left, pass intended for number 5, Raymond Wilson. Looked like maybe just slightly behind him, couldn't quite hang on to it, but he was surrounded by a couple of Bearcats.
Yeah, starter Jordan McMum.
So that's going to.
That might have been the secondary. It was probably most likely a secondary look, but he had actually he had a good little area around him wide open. So they may come back to him.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 18. So we got number 50, Blakely Cook, back to punt, as the Bearcats have Josh Sifford there to return. Kick is up.
Kind of a short punt. They're going to let it roll down dead.
There we go. So the Bearcats come back on the field. We're going to start on about their 42. So with 6:11 to go. We're up. Dexter Bearcats up 7-0.
And if you are watching the game live, Ed, let's just remind all of our audience out there that you can catch this on yhctv.com on the live webcast, which I believe New Wave Communications was able to help that come all together. So we're excited about that in the live telecast at the same time.
Okay, we got Morgan Hedrick in motion there. Hand off to Wes McCullough. The I-back straight up the middle for a gain of about 7 to the 50-yard line.
Well, that offensive line for Dexter really got to push up front there. Malden's defensive line is going to have to get lower with that, stay aggressive like they were in that first drive, and stay focused on their keys and keep coming after them. But if you get that kind of push up front every time, it's going to make for a very rough game.
Okay, we got look like Josh
Malden's
Sifford
went
and
to
Sean
52
Slavings
look
in the
right
backfield. Hand off to Slavings. He turns the corner for a gain of about another 7 for a first down to about the Malden 42.
Well, right now, Malden's coming out with a 52 look. They changed up from the 44 look, and the defensive end is going to have to, do that containment. Going to have to pressure down that tight end out there and not get pushed off that line, or they're going to run those outside veers like that. It's going to make for a long night.
Fake to the I-back McCullough this time. Mills looking downfield. Hit from behind. Ball on the ground. Recovered by the Dexter Bearcats. Number 55, Brandon Moore recovering the fumble there. But just that Malden Green Wave defense not giving up on the play, staying after Mills and getting from behind.
Defensive series, Ed, they jumped back to the 44 look. I guess they went 2 plays in a row with a 52, and they didn't have a lot of success with that and jumped back to a 44. And with that 44, I'm not sure what the difference is on that. You would think with the 5-2 it might help on the running play, but they seem to be able to move a little better out of that 44 look. They're getting more pressure.
This time handoff to Sifford, who runs right up the middle for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Met at the line there by number 60 and number 30 for the Greenway. That's G.W. Howell at number 60 and Kyle Lamar there at number 30. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Both of them a couple of good-looking athletes out there, and those two made tackles. Well, Malden's got a lot of speed out there, and of course so does Dexter. They're quick people, and always they'll go back to your senior quarterback, who's a very intelligent kid and makes great decisions.
From the shotgun, steps up in the pocket, Wyndham across the middle for the reception. Brought down there, good coverage, but brought down by
number 4, Travis Gregory was in on that, I believe.
No, I think it's number 8.
Number 8. I think Travis might have got a partial assist on that.
Yeah. So another Bearcat first down. Mills scrambles, looks, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Number 40, Dwight Jackson. Pretty well just messed that play up. I don't know, but I believe Dwight Jackson has probably got about 4 or 5 solos by now, Ed. He's been all over the field.
Sure, our friend Brett Dorton handles the stats here for the Dexter Bearcats. Be able to help us with that there at the quarter break, if not by
that's
half.
Dwight Jackson. He's a good-looking kid. 5'11", 211 pounds. Looks like he's put together really good, and seems to enjoy what he's doing right now.
Okay, eye back. Handoff up fullback to Slavings for a gain of about 4. Ball's loose. See if he was down. Looks like he got back to about the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 3rd and 10.
I don't know, but I believe Dexter was very fortunate in recovering that fumble. That could have been a major turnover. But, this is one of the things Coach Pixley talked about, Ed, was you got to stay focused on, each play, on your responsibilities. You can't be putting that ball on the ground. And that's a very dangerous, turnovers are dangerous, obviously. And you do not want them.
Mills looking right. Malden with the rush. Mills just gets it away to avoid the sack. That Dexter Malden defense showing a lot of hustle on that play, Bill.
Yeah, they are. They're hustling. The couple times they got beat was the lineman got a little too high, and Dexter's getting off the line well, and you stand up like that, you're going to get pushed right back, and your runners are going to find their lanes a lot quicker. That's where they had that success. But staying low, being aggressive, bubbling the Dexter offensive line.
Okay, so Mills from the shotgun with Wes McCullough in the backfield with him. Ryan Wyndham to his right. Morgan Hedrick. Pass to number 10. Gary Summers just a little high, incomplete. So Mullins will take over.
I believe that was one of those plays where the offensive guy became the defensive guy because he knew he couldn't catch it. He knew that defensive back was close. Best is just try to hit it and get it out of bounds so there's no pick on that.
There's exciting stuff here, Bill. I see John Bankin up in the press box with us. There's a good chance there might be some hickory log ribs here at halftime.
Well, that sounds good to me.
All right, so
that's
Malden,
one of my favorite places, and my wife's also to eat, Ed.
Travis Gregory under center. Looks pitch back to number 1. Justin Rowe gets to the corner and met at the line of scrimmage there on the corner, so looks like probably a gain of nothing.
I believe this is shaping up exactly what we were talking about, Ed, was just a lot of aggressive play up front in the trenches, and it's back and forth. Dexter, had a couple breaks there where they got it downfield. They got it in the end zone off of, a post play off that pass, and, they got it in there. Malden's got the same capabilities, big plays.
Good up front there by Wes McCullough, and handoff there to number 1, Justin Rose. Pushed heavily, and he falls down for a loss, so it's going to be about 3rd and 14, 3rd and 13 maybe.
Well, right there's another example of, creating a new line of scrimmage when you're on defense. That defensive end really got a big push on that. Totally disrupted the mesh between the quarterback and running back, and destroys the play really quick. We got a little screen out there.
Yep, just a little high for Raymond Wilson, that pass from Gregory. Couldn't be corralled in, bringing up a 4th down, but a lot of pressure there from number 83, Taylor Gerald from the Bearcats. So
I was going to say, I noticed that it didn't look like Dexter was too fooled by that right away. Probably, the offensive linemen need to just probably hold that block just an extra second, set that up a little.
Okay, so we got Blakely Cook back again to punt with Josh Sifford set to return. A little better punt this time. Return received by Sifford as he turns and gains a few yards up the left side of the field. There's a flag on the play, though. See what the call's going to be.
Well, this one could go about either way. It could be a holding, block in the back, where the flag ended up at. Yep.
Holding against the Bearcats.
Well, it had to be either one. It had to be a holding or a block in the back. There's not too many other things that could happen right there. Well, it's away from that line of scrimmage.
So that'll bring the Bearcats back. They would have been lined up on about the 40 of the Malden Greenway. Instead, they're going to line up, it looks like, on their own 49.
Well, I can about tell you one of the subjects that Coach Pixley will probably touch on at halftime, Ed, is let's clean it up, guys. That's 2 penalties that kind of put us out of position. Let's refocus on this. Let's cut the penalties out. I'm expecting Malden to come right back out here, be aggressive. They are jumping back into that 52 look.
Mills under center. Slavings and McCullough behind it. Slavings with the handoff. Up the middle for a gain of about 2, maybe 3.
Now, see, there was a difference when they ran that 52 look before. They didn't have that end crashing down as hard. This time the end come crashing down and really sealing off that lane. And the running back just didn't have anywhere place to go right there.
That tackle made there by number 50, Blakely Cook, and number 42, Dwight Jackson.
Now they're jumping back in that 44 look.
And that's the quarter. So at the end of 1, Dexter Bearcats on top, 7-0. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. You're watching live Dexter Bearcat football, YAC TV.
At Bagby Investment Consultants, we provide 3 main services to our clients. Investment management. You will have access to first-class institutional investment managers from around the world. Investment advice. We have 3 investment advisors with a combined experience of over 48 years. Financial planning. Our financial planners and paraplanner can help you with your retirement, college, estate, and tax planning needs. Come learn about the difference we can make. Let us help you reach for your dreams.
At Allen Christian and Dexter, customer satisfaction is our #1 concern before and after the sale. With my dad, my brothers, and our experienced sales staff, your buying experience will be made simple.
We'll get you the right vehicle at the right price.
Our selection of Buick, Pontiac, and GMC is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or even better, right here on the lot.
Plus, after the sale, we will take care of all your service needs.
With over 50 years of experience, you'll like the way we do business at Allen Christian and Dexter.
Okay, we're back. So again, after 1, Dexter Bearcats had a pretty good first quarter. They saw the offense move the ball, actually get a score their very first series, and also they've had some defensive success against the Malden Green Wave. But again, the last couple of defensive series on the Green Wave, a lot of hustle, and although the Bearcats gained some yardage, they
very
Green Wave toughened up when they had to. Well, here's the handoff to McCullough. Sorry about that, Bill. I'm rambling on a little too long, but
no, I'm just agreeing with you on that. It was a very competitive first quarter.
Yes,
and there's no sign of letting up. There's a few mistakes, of course. I think mainly because they're just both teams are really pumped up and ready to play tonight.
So, our good friend Brett Dorton, stats. He's brought us the first quarter stats here. Looks like as far as first downs, Green Wave had 1, Bearcats 5. Just a second, we'll get this play here. As we had the I formation with Josh Sifford and a flag on the play. So while we get that call real quick, the Bearcats rushed 12 times for 51 yards. The Green Wave 7 for 14. Then Bearcats had 4 attempts at pass, 2 completed for, looks like, how many yards is this? Here we go. 51 yards and a touchdown. So just under 100 yards for the Bearcats in the first quarter. And Green Wave kind of netting out to 0 yards there after a couple of
Yeah,
fumbles
they had a couple,
backfield.
several tackles for loss. Of course, they dropped the ball a couple times too, didn't help them. But
pass out to Gary Summers for a first down. Defended well, brought down by number 68, Brody Elder. Also on the defense there was number 5, Raymond Wilson. So good looking pass there by Mills out to Gary Summers.
Well, the Green Wave, they're still coming. They're sending somebody up the middle now, and definitely rushing that defensive end hard. They've got a couple really good defensive ends out there on the Green Wave, and a couple of good, fine-looking athletes. But Dexter's coming out and responding. They're attacking and moving this ball.
Hand off to Sifford up the middle. Met at the line there by that number 30. Good tackle there by Kyle Lamar. Sifford bringing the play in for the Bearcats. Wes McCullough also coming in as Slavings comes to the sideline.
Well, Malden's staying in that basic four look, but then they can bring somebody up. They can put them down the middle or rush, standing up.
Pitch out to McCullough, looking for a block. Spins, met
nice
by
hit.
number 30, Kyle Lamar. As also number 4, Travis Gregory started all that as he brought the play to a
That's one
halt.
of those situations you don't want to find yourself in, or you're running back in. He got stood up, and he was really probably lucky that wasn't a more devastating hit there.
Well, it's actually, number 4 there, Travis Gregory, he stood up the blocker. And then McCullough comes right in, he tries to spin off of it, and he spins right into Kyle Lamar and says,
I think
howdy.
it was a great competition out here tonight. You got a lot of speed going at it. You got a lot of talent, and it's just
McCullough again on the carry.
Coming around to a great game.
So
I don't believe he was down.
Seemed like he right there by number 42, Dwight Jackson, but we didn't hear any whistles. So maybe
well, what
the knee
happened,
never
you don't
made
see it
contact,
happen very
and,
often, but when he went down, he basically went down on top of another player. So technically, he never touched the ground. And he realized it, right back up and got a couple more yards out of it.
So that's the first down for the Dexter Bearcats with 9:20 to go here in the second quarter. Bearcats marching on their 26-yard line approximately.
Well, both teams are really shuttling in the plays and getting some fresh legs out there whenever they can.
The eye back again, Josh Sifford scrambling to his left, cut it back up the middle for a gain.
With
About
that
5.
Sifford, he's got a great pair of eyes. If you ever watch him run, he's got a full view of the field, because really there wasn't a whole lot over there, but there was enough space, enough daylight, and he saw it, and he can spin. He can cut on a dime and cut that right back up in that lane. Got a couple more yards out of that than what he would have had. But still, back to Malden. They got a great flow to the ball. They're very aggressive.
Okay, so Mills under center. Handoff to McCullough.
Little counter
Bounces
play back
up,
to the inside.
Brought down
there.
by number 20, Patrick Wilson. For a gain, good, real close to the first down.
First down, Dexter.
And the line of gain crew are moving, so that is first down.
Yeah, that play right there. You got Ben Mills moving around. He rolls out and you got to respect that when he rolls out. But then with that little counter handoff inside, back up, to the opposite side. It's just, you got a lot of threats out there, and makes for a really exciting offense to watch.
Mills looking to pass to the corner for Summers, just overthrown. Well defended also by number 10, Percy Johnson. 10 on 10 there. So it'd be a 2nd and 10 from the from the 15.
Well, that was just a little bit different what you see out Ben Mills on that. That was just a one-step drop and hit. And, And
kind of throwing it to a location and expecting the receiver to be at that location.
Coach Pixley, I tell you what, I like his coaching style. He comes out, he challenges the kids. Let's throw some different things in there. Let's mix it up.
Aaron Mason at fullback, Wes McCullough the I-back. Hand off to McCullough. He's got a little space. Down at the 10, brought down by number 80, and Quentin Jackson.
But I give a lot to Malden on this too. With the mixing up of the plays by Coach Pixley. That defensive unit out there is responding well.
All right, we got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick word from our sponsors. Again, you're watching YAC Live Dexter Football, Channel 21, New Wave Communications.
Right now, Case IH is offering 0% for 60 months plus 0 down on any Farmall tractor. Or 0 payments for 6 months.
Or
a free loader worth up to $6,000.
Or
buy the loader and finance the whole package at 0%.
And how do I know if Farmall is right for me?
We have models ranging from 31 to 105 horsepower. They're great for tons of applications.
Like?
Livestock farms.
Keep going.
Poultry, horses, golf courses,
no.
Stadiums, highway mowing,
no.
landscaping.
Yes.
See your Case IH dealer, Baker Implement Company, with 9 convenient locations.
Sometimes we just need to stop what we're doing and look around. We need to be thankful for what we have, where we live, and the quality of life we enjoy. Hi, I'm Jack Huffman, and on behalf of First Midwest Bank, we want to thank you for allowing us to be part of such a wonderful community. Proud to be a Bearcat sponsor, First Midwest Bank.
Go Bearcats!
Okay, we're back. The Bearcats line up again on their 10, 3rd and 4. Got Josh Sifford at the I-back, Aaron Mason at fullback. Mills dropped the snap there. He rolls out. Morgan Hedrick across the middle for a touchdown. Dexter Bearcats, that's Hedrick's, I think, 2nd touchdown on the season, as he got one down at Gosnell 3 weeks ago.
I was going to say, was that a planned play there, Ed? Put the ball on the ground trick, freeze everybody, pick it back up, and catch the inside shallow slant pass to a touchdown.
I'm willing to say, with the exception of putting the ball on the ground part, that was a planned play.
Okay.
As Dylan
Acevedo
back for the kick. Ball down, up, low, but good.
Put it
that
through.
Extra point brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare, who for over 40 years has taken pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, hometown healing. So another good offensive series there by the Dexter Bearcats. Not a bad defensive series by the Greenway.
Yeah,
just
really.
A couple key plays here and there. And
Malden came out, they're not holding back. I mean, they're attacking them. Coach Pixley came out through some things I hadn't seen in the last few games. And, he's mixing it up. But, Malden's coming out. They're attacking him. They're not backing off. And, they're responding well, I think, really. A couple good plays that put Dexter in position to score. And as Coach Pixley talked about, Malden has the speed to come right back and put it in the end zone, so you can't let up just because you're up by 2.
all right, so Malden set to receive with number 1, Justin Rowe, and number 5, Raymond Wilson deep. Dylan Acevedo with the kick. It's up, it's downfield to Justin Rowe on the reception. Looking to set the wedge to the left, misses a tackle, then met by number 21, Josh Sifford, with a great open field tackle there. So Malden's going to come out on about their 20-yard line as they set up.
Well, that's the kind of play you guys see on special teams. They came down, they stayed their lanes, and then collapsed down on them, cutting off everything. There was no outside route where a runner would like to hit on a kickoff like that. I'd say we expect Malden to come out here and really come after him here.
Quick pass up to flat. Reception by number 80 there, Quentin Jackson, but he was met quickly by two Dexter Bearcats.
You know, I don't
stop. It looked like he may have been tossed for a loss or no gain, one or the other.
Well, I totally agree with that offensive play on that, Ed. I mean, if you're having trouble inside, let's get the ball out to your fast speed. But, you know, compliments to Dexter. They read it, great flow to the ball, you know, and they shut it down before it had a chance to go anywhere.
Here we go with a flag on the play. See what we got here. Procedure call on the green wave.
Now Malden's going to have to come out, relax, get set, and accomplish the play that, you know, that's been sent in, and get the jitters out. You know, they had a whole first quarter to get those jitters out, and you know, it's going to happen, but you don't want that happening much after the first series in the first quarter.
Okay, so now we're going to have Gregory back in the shotgun. Looks across the middle, intercepted by number 24, Jake Cox. Looked like the pass may have been intended for number 30.
Well, that's a pick right off the top of the shoestrings on that one.
Absolutely. Jake Cox reading the pass well, getting after it, getting down there and catching the ball. So turnover by the Green Wave. Sets the Bearcats up. Great field position on about their 25-yard line.
Well, I'm not too sure if maybe he lost sight of his receiver or his receiver didn't finish out the route that he was looking, because there really wasn't a receiver there within 5 yards of that pick. Or he just overthrew the guy, what was intended.
Mills under center, fake the handoff to McCullough, looking at Hedrick across the middle. Hedrick with the reception. He barrels inside the 5, just shy of the goal line. So pass of about 22, 23 yards. It's got to be first and goal on about the 1, maybe the 2-yard line. The 2-yard line, the scoreboard saying, for the Bearcats.
Well, there's that back out of the backfield, little shallow curl out route, and just basically hit him and on the run, turn it up, and get some yards. We've seen that before, and it has been a successful play for Dexter in the past. And it is a hard one to defend.
Okay, so Mills under center. Wishbone.
Well, a little confusion back there, and
Malden fumble on the play as a little mishap between McCullough and Mills there, and looked like number 60 on that recovery, G.W. Howell. So just a heads-up play there by the Malden defense.
Well, right there it shows you Malden in no way thinks they're out of this game just because of 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely.
And, you know, they came at him, and that is the time you want a turnover. You've got, you know, you got people down in your territory deep. You've got to cause a turnover and try to change this game around while you still got time, which there's plenty of time for Malden to basically set up a great drive here.
This time the ball, Raymond Wilson, quarterback, there in the shotgun. He scrambles out for about a 12-yard gain and a first down.
Well, this is one of those things that, you know, Coach Pixley has touched on several times in his pregame show. You know, stay focused, no mistakes, you know. And, you know, I think that's what upsets him the most. They'll play some great quarters in there, and then there'll be that quarter that they just lose total focus on what they're doing.
Still got Wilson in the shotgun as he scrambles. Hard run for a gain of about 2 as he's met by a host of Bearcats on the far side of the field.
You know, the one thing I've noticed, it's really gotten, and of course it does happen from the first game to now, is Dexter's flow, aggressive flow to the ball. They got some better pursuit angles and, you know, more eye on the ball and understanding what's going on out there.
This time, Handoff there to number 10, Percy Johnson. He tries to get outside, brought down by number 45, Sean Slavings. It looked like for a short gain.
Well, Slavings wasn't fooled on that play at all, Ed. I mean, he come out. He, first all got up just upfield just enough, keeping his outside shoulder free and playing the ball, keeping the ball carrier to his inside. And, he had to make that decision, run back into the crowd or try to break up over the top, and it just didn't work.
Okay, Wilson still in the shotgun. Aaron Mace.
Is that one of the first times that Dexter's jumped off? They're pumped up.
Offsides on the
They're
Bearcats.
pumped up here. They're ready to get after it. Malden most likely probably change the snap count a little bit, do a little either of a short burst count or drug it out just a little more. Now you got to watch that ball and don't listen to any noise when you're on defense.
This time handoff goes to number 1. Justin Rowe tripped up in the backfield. A trip up there by number 40. I'm not sure it was 40, but maybe 44. Austin Featherston.
That's about 2 or 3 times Rose got tripped up a little bit, Ed. I think if what's going to be dangerous is the point when he doesn't get tripped up and he breaks around that edge.
So that brings up 4th and 5. Blakely Cook back to punt again with Josh Siffer set to receive for the Bearcats. Punts up. Sifford with the reception. He tries to break free. Brought down by number 60. That's G.W. Howell on the tackle there. Flag on the play.
Official timeout.
Okay, we got an official timeout. We got a player slow to get up. We'll take the opportunity to hear from our sponsors. Again, you're watching live Dexter Bearcat football on YAC TV, Channel 21.
At MHJ Insurance Agency, you are a valued customer and friend. We still believe in old-fashioned service and can help with all your insurance needs. Auto, home, boat, business, farm, life and health, just to name a few. Protecting your hard-earned assets is no child's play. We'll work hard to find you the best coverage at the best price. MHJ Insurance Agency, modern technology with old-fashioned service. Free quotes, free service.
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
Okay, we're back as we're paying the crowd there just a little bit. We still have a Dexter Bearcat down on the field. He's being attended to, coaches and paramedical staff. So take this time maybe as we are 3 minutes, 12 seconds from halftime to hit a little bit of those first quarter stats again, Bill. Again, for the Bearcats, Wes McCullough establishing it on the ground for 22 yards in the first quarter, and Sean Slavings with 20 yards. Ben Mills doing it through the air with 51 yards. And for the Green Wave on the ground, it's Justin Rowe there with at a -1 yard for the first quarter, but Patrick Wilson with 9 yards and stuff. So, but we see the Malden crowd there making the 20-mile trip north up to Charles Bland Stadium to see their Green Wave battle the Dexter Bearcats this evening. So pretty well-fought game by both sides so far this evening.
Yeah, the score-wise doesn't really indicate the kind of game we're actually seeing. Dexter was able to put a couple scores up there, but it's been a well-fought, game here. I mean, Dexter pretty well had to earn every yard getting down there. They had a couple great passes that put them in position to put the ball in the end zone. And still, you know, Malden is the kind of team that could strike at any time. I mean, enough time there. Malden hits one, puts one in the end zone. You're going in at halftime only down by one, possession, type score. And, it can be a whole different game real quick. That's why you can't relax at any time and rely on a 14-0 score right now.
Okay, while we're still tending to an injured player, we're going to take another quick break. You're watching Dexter Bearcat football live on YHC TV.
And folks, if you've not been to the Winchester Place, come in and take a look at this facility. You don't know what you have missed.
We are very proud of this facility. A lot of people do not realize we're here, what we can offer to them, and what a facility we have. And we would like to have people come by anytime and tour us. You won't find a better place to live or better staff to take care of you anywhere southeast Missouri. I'll guarantee it.
We are located at 400 Winchester Drive. Come down Bowman, and we sit on the corner of Bowman and Winchester.
Okay, we're back. There you see the referees. The ball's in position. Coach Pixley's final words with his team as they come back out on the field. Green Wave walking up into position. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Dexter 41.
Well, it was good to see that penalty had nothing to do with the injury.
Yes.
Because, and I wouldn't expect there was. There's been some great competition, very clean play out there. It's just been good, hard-hitting football. There's not been anything below that caliber, and it's been all class, so by each side here.
Mills with McCullough with the handoff there from the eye back. He scoots up on the far side for a first down. Looks like a gain of right about 14 yards. So,
well, when you have a delay like that, you kind of wonder what's going to happen. Is it going to take the offense out of sync? Is the defense going to get a little bit, put to sleep in a way, I guess, and not have to get geared back up. But, maybe I don't think it'll last too long with Malden. They've been playing an aggressive game. They've really loading up the front line here.
Again from the I formation, handoff to McCullough. He breaks the tackle, breaks another, and brought down by number 52. Chris Bennett for the Green Wave, but not until he gets another first down or right at it. But flag on the play, holding against the Bearcats, so that's going to bring that run back.
At first I thought maybe it's possible face mask because Malden kind of jumped up there and reached, and you never know if that's going to happen.
Holding penalty against the Bearcats.
So that's going to bring it back, first down.
Well, you think Coach Bixley's going to have a little bit of a discussion, Ed, with about these penalties?
I'm sure he will.
He's not a big fan of those, and he is a solid believer in sound play. And if I was one of them, I don't think I'd want to be in there at halftime right now discussing that.
Pitch out there to McCullough, tripped up by number 4, Travis Gregory. Flag on the play again. Holding against the Bearcats again.
Now, my experience with holding calls is if you start having a lot of holding calls on your offensive line like that, it's obvious Malden is attacking hard. And, what you got to do, you got to tell your offensive line, okay, if you're having trouble with that player, then get an extra drop back on that. Don't worry about pass blocking right away, or, get your hands down into the waist area instead of coming up high. Whenever those hands go outside that frame, the referees are going to call that holding.
Okay, so Bearcats stay in the eye back formation. Mills under center, drops back to pass, looking to his left as he rolls left, gets out, brought down by number 30, big hit there by Kyle Lamar, but not until after a gain of about 10. To bring up about a 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16.
Well, Kyle Lamar there, that was excellent pursuit. He read that, and I've got a feeling, either he got fortunate enough to read that or he's keying, Ben right now. But Kyle was great speed on the close, and got in on a great tackle there.
Morgan Hedrick there moving in position. Wes McCullough looking for some room to run. He breaks free, hard hit there. Number 10, Percy Johnson, then brought out of bounds by number 4, Travis Gregory.
Well, I think I've commented on McCullough before many times, Ed.
Yes.
He is a hard-nosed running kid. I mean, any team would want a kid like that on their team.
So he gets out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:39 here in the first half.
Well, if you know, what Dexter came out, they brought their tight end in motion, put him back over on the wide side of the field, and then they did a counter trade with their offensive lineman. You know, and what they did by putting that motion over there, it slid the defensive away from there, which set up a great run by McCullough.
Inside handoff to Aaron Mace as he fights his way up the middle, brought down by number 20, Patrick Wilson. Another Bearcat first down. Nice run by Aaron Mace. Looked like a gain of 12 from the 35 to the 23. Wes McCullough lone back this time.
You know, Malden's got to be looking at keeping them out of the end zone right now.
McCullough
obviously.
with the handoff up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage again by number 20. Let's call him Patrick Wilson's number and name quite a bit. Timeout Bearcats with 1:18 to go.
You know, Coach Pixley's thinking now, if we can get this in the end zone going up by 21 at halftime, we've really got a solid, footing in this game as we come back out in the second. But, the same thing, Malden's got to be thinking, we got to keep them out of the end zone. We can't allow any more points. Regroup at halftime, come out. We've got the speed, we got the ability, we can get, back into this game, but we can't let this get out of control before half with just 1:18 left in the game. The thing is, Coach Pixley, he really has been mixing it up a lot, Ed. I really liked that last play where set that tight end in the motion, set the, overload basically on the wide side of the field, and then brought back the counter trade to the short side of the field.
Where early in the season it looked like maybe a coach was trying to use the pass to set up the run. This evening, he's done a great job of using the run to set up that pass. And
you got a senior quarterback in Mills who's very intelligent, it's obvious. Got a lot of abilities. There's not a whole lot that upsets him. If he drops the ball, it's back up in his hand. He's still running. He's going to make something happen, or he's going to attempt to.
Wyndham in motion there. Fake the handoff to him. McCullough up the middle. A good hard run again by McCullough. So he brought down number 20 again. Patrick Wilson and number 4, Travis Gregory on the stop. So again, another Bearcat first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. It'll be first and goal from about the 7 with 1:09, now 1:08 left in the second quarter here at first half. Looks like they're going to line up in the I formation with Sean Slavings at fullback, Wes McCullough at tailback. Mills rolls to his right, looking for Morgan Hedrick across the middle, receive, and Morgan stretches out for a touchdown. 52 seconds to go. Just a great effort there by Morgan Hedrick, driving his legs and then knowing where he is on the ball field, reaching out over that goal line to get that touchdown here with under a minute to go in the first half.
Well, that was great concentration by Ben Mills. He was under pressure, and actually I'm not too sure defensive player didn't have him almost in his grasp. He still stayed focused, got the ball off, and converted.
Dylan Acevedo back for the extra point, blocked by the Malden Greenway. It looked like number 1, Justin Rowe, coming across there. That extra point attempt brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare, who for over 40 years has taken great pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, your hometown healing. So with 52 seconds to go here in the first half, it's the Dexter Bearcats on top, 20-0. As Dylan Acevedo prepares to kick. We see the Malden Greenway coming out to set up the return. Looks like we'll have a number 5, Raymond Wilson, and number 1, Justin Rowe, deep to receive.
Yeah, Malden needs to come out here, and, you know, they've got enough time, but they've got to be thinking they've got to get a great return here, possibly get it into Dexter territory, maybe set up for a big play, try to get 6 up on the board before half here.
Here's the kick.
Low kick.
Up to the up back. Number 10 tripped up. Lost his footing there. That's Percy Johnson on the return. So with 47 seconds to go, let's see what the Greenway have in mind.
There's nothing more frustrating than getting basically tackled by your own man on that. And he had a nice little lane out here. And but once again, you know, Dexter played it smart. Keep that ball low on the ground. Very little time left before you go in at half. Don't give him an opportunity to get a big return.
We've got Gregory back in the shotgun. As he looks, pitch out number 5.
A little wheel pass out there.
Nice reception. Great yards after the catch by Raymond Wilson, showing his speed and his running ability.
Yeah, that's more of what I expected out of Malden, that kind of speed. You know, a little swing pass out there, a little wheel pass if you want to call it that. And you got the speed to get that loose, it can be dangerous. Now, what Dexter's been doing most of the game was basically closing in on those guys, shutting that off as quickly as possible.
This time again out to number 30. Kyle Lamar with the reception and about a 7-8 yard gain. Timeout Greenway with 25 seconds to go. Malden 2nd and 10 from the Bearcat 45.
Well, you know, of course, a lot of it is because, you know, you're playing a little prevent defense here, you know, and, you know, Coach Pixley's, I'm sure, telling them nothing gets behind you, nothing gets behind you, you know, keep it in front of you. And you know, you are going to have a little bit more success offensively like that because you're chipping away 8, 10 yards, 12 yards at a time. But, you know, that's when you get the short field. Then it becomes a little more difficult, obviously, because your defensive backs don't have so much area to cover. So that may be a little bit why they're having success. But I still believe in what Malden's doing with getting that ball out there, getting it loose with that speed, and trying to get it downfield. Because when you got speed like that, if one, you know, it's dangerous. If it breaks, it's gone, and it's going to go in that end zone.
Okay, so here we go. 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Malden down 20-0. Got Gregory in the shotgun. Looking to his left. He's got Wilson again open in the flat as Wilson runs to the sideline to get out of bounds, stopping that clock. So about a gain of about 25, maybe 16 seconds to go. So ball will be on the Dexter Bearcat 28.
Sometimes being little like that with speed, and you get loose out there, they're really hard to bring them down because you got to find them, and they're moving around so fast. Very
Gregory in the shotgun, looking again to his right this time. He goes across the middle, caught by number 10. Is that number 80? Yes, number 80. Reception, Quentin Jackson. 9 seconds to go. Malden attempting to line up as they stop the clock to move the chains in high school football.
Well, you know, I don't know how many timeouts
first and goal,
but
from the 8. As he just takes the snap and spikes the ball real quick to stop the clock with 6 seconds. I'm like you, Bill. I'm not sure how many timeouts there are left.
I was going to say, but that's a smart move right there.
But this will give him a
down that ball, stop the clock.
From the 8, they'll be able to make one quick play, and then or could be the last play.
I'd look for, defensive backs better be on the toes.
Yes.
But I would look for Coach Pixley probably get a great linebacker rush on them and really squeeze down hard with those defensive ends.
He lays it up the corner. Touchdown.
Nice.
Number 80, Quentin Jackson got a step on the defender. That was good defense there by Hunter Bruce, but
that was a
Quentin
great
just got a yard on him, and the quarterback just put it, as we talked earlier with Ben Mills, the quarterback put it where only his guy could catch it. And with 1 second to go, Malden Greenway were on the board.
He got some air underneath him to get up there and catch that. Great concentration and bringing that into his body and staying in the end zone with that.
Goal for one. Snap down, kick is up. Appears to be good. So point after good by number 30, Kyle Lamar. That extra point brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare, who for over 40 years has taken pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, hometown healing.
Well, that is what Malden was looking for right there, Ed. You don't want to go down, in at halftime 20-0. Now they got 7 up on the board, shorten that up a little bit.
Yeah, in about 50 seconds, 51 seconds.
Yeah, it was a great drive.
So they got the momentum going into half.
Yep. Dexter played it tough.
Yes.
They had to play it the way they did. But Malden came out. They stayed focused on what they were doing, stayed calm, and they were able to get a couple great plays in there and able to score. And once again, this is where Coach Pixley would be talking about, no letdowns, no letdowns, no letdowns. You got to play that game all the way through every minute. I would look to see
Dwight
this ball
Jackson
kept on the
will
ground.
be for the kickoff here for the Malden Greenway with Wes McCullough and Jake Cox on the return. Jake with the ball up the middle, met by number 30 and number 10. Number 10 led that. Percy Johnson assisted by Kyle Lamar. That's going to end the first half with the Dexter Bearcats on top, 20-7. You're watching live Dexter Bearcat football on YAC TV.
Welcome to a local banking experience at First National Bank. At First National Bank, we're committed to finding the best solution for all your banking needs. We use local deposits to make local loans, investing in our communities. We've been in business for over 40 years, and keeping your money safe is our priority. With locations in Malden, Clarkton, Kennett, and Dexter, Missouri. First National Bank, committed to our local communities.
So sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of the 2009 Marching Bearcats. Drum majors Alec Jackson, Elizabeth Colbaker, and Joseph Greer. Is your band ready? Dexter Marching Bearcats, you may take the field for your performance. applause for the marching Bearcats. The Bearcat Band, we'd like to thank you for your attendance and appreciation. We would especially like to thank the administration, board, and community businesses for their wonderful support of our programs. You have been an integral part of helping our band become one of the premier bands in the state.
Okay, we're back, and we see the marching Bearcats there. Another great performance by the marching band there. We see the Bearcats on the field doing their post-halftime warm-ups as the Green Wave come back onto the field. Thanks to our good friend Brett Dorton, who we like to call Stats. Bill's going to help us out with a little bit of those first-half stats.
Yep, I'll come back with the Malden Green Wave just quickly. First down, Greenway had 6 to Bearcats 15. Rushing yards or rushing attempts was 2 to 9. Passing was 4 to 6. Rushing attempts was 11 for Green Wave. Yards gained on the rushing was 32. They lost though 18. They had a net yards of rushing 14. Net yards on passing was 68. That came mostly at the end of the second quarter when they were able to put some scores up there. Now they've only had a total of 21 offensive plays compared to 37 by the Bearcats. So, you know, it kind of shows Dexter has controlled the ball a little longer. Of course, you know, Green Wave had 1 interception, and but total net yards overall offensively 82 compared to the Bearcats 245. So it's been a, you know, somewhat of a lopsided on the stats wise. I mean, there's been some great plays out there. Malden's had a couple of opportunities. It could be a tied up score right now, but you know, with the interception on that drive they had going, they ended it. They kind of shot themselves in their own foot there once also. That ended one of the other good drives they had going. So, you know, Coach Pixley, I'm sure, has told, you know, his team they've got to come out and stay on the game plan, keep you know, and keep going after this win, you know. And I'm sure the coaches for Malden's, you know, said, listen, you showed what you could do at the end of the second quarter. We got to come out, bring that right into the beginning of the third quarter and get back into this game.
So as we finish up our last minute here of halftime, and some of the individual stats there, great job with the team stats, Bill, but offensively for the Bearcats, Wes McCullough with 92 yards in the first half on 15 carries. Ben Mills, 15 yards. Sean Slavings with 20 yards. Josh Sifford 13 and Aaron Mace 12 on 1 carry. As far as passing, again, Mills over 100 yards, 2 TDs. Individually receiving, Ryan Wyndham leading with yardage, 51, but it's the junior Morgan Hedrick with 3 receptions and 2 of those for touchdowns. So that's good news for Ben and also great news for Morgan there. So then for the Greenway, as far as on the ground, Raymond Wilson, 18-yard gain, lost 8 for a net of 10. That Greenway just struggled a little bit on the ground, but Travis Gregory there passing, 10 attempts, 6 completions for 68 yards and a touchdown. I think just about all that came in that last drive. Raymond Wilson with 2 receptions on that drive, 36 yards, and Quentin Jackson with 2 receptions for 26. So, again, just some really good offensive stats there from or potential shown by the Greenway in that last series. Gain a little momentum. They're also going to get the ball with the kick here in the third quarter. So that's a pretty good deal there also. They're going to come back with all the momentum and feeling confident they can move the ball against this Bearcat defense and get the ball right back in their hands.
Yeah, I was noticing on there, I talked about him earlier, Dwight Jackson. He is leading overall from both teams with 4 solo tackles, 2 assists, followed by Quentin Jackson from Malden with 3 and 3. Down on noticed on the Dexter Bearcats, Hunter Bruce with 3 solos, along with Sean Slavings with 1 assist for Hunter Bruce with 4. So, the key players are out there making making the plays, and I would look for the same thing. I know Malden, has to have went into the halftime feeling pretty good that their game plan finally came together, and just look for them to come out and keep this up. And again, we've had some great battles there in the trenches. Like I said, though, with Dexter getting a couple big plays and getting converting a couple more into the end zone than Malden has. But you can't let your guard down here and expect it Malden to just set back. They're going to come out, they're going to attack because they're looking to put some more back in there. Got a whole half to play, and you could actually say it could be anybody's game right now, Dad.
Yes. It's been a great halftime here up in the press box. Again, I want to thank John Bankin with Hickory Log bringing up some refreshments in shape of some ribs there from the restaurant, Hickory Log. They got great ribs. I think before we failed to mention, first week we had pizza from Dexter Pizza Company and fish from Fiddler's. And the second week we were here, we had fish again from Fiddler's. So we want to thank those local restaurants for providing a little mid-game snack for those of us in the press box. Also got to talk with the Malden principal, Frank Killian, there at halftime. He was excited to see his Greenway get on the board and move the ball down the field right there to end the half. As we prepare for the kickoff, want to remind you that this kickoff is brought to you by Pizza Hut, Dexter, Missouri at 1113 West Business 60. Call them at 624-5333 or order online. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to midnight. Pizza, Tuscany pastas, sandwiches, salad bar and Wing Street wings, appetizers, and fried apple pies. Their lunch buffet is Sunday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and Wednesday evening from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Buffet features all-you-can-eat pizzas, pastas, salad, and cinnamon rolls. You can dine in, carry out, and delivery and available in the limited area for your convenience or for your convenience pickup at the drive-through window. They'll be featuring the live broadcast, replay the Dexter football games on their TVs in the restaurant. America's favorite pizza is Pizza Hut. And here's Dylan Acevedo with the kick. Back deep is number 1, Justin Rowe with the returns. He scoops the ball up, tries to get to his left to the outside. There he is met by number 44, that being Austin Featherston on the tackle. So Greenway are going to start deep in their own territory here in the third quarter.
Well, as we seen earlier, Ed, even where Greenway started out on that last drive of the first half, putting the 6 up on the, in the end zone, they come out attacking the way they did, and if Dexter doesn't respond, you look for another 6 up on that in that end zone real fast.
Okay, so we've got Gregory back, hands the ball off. Hand it off there to number 20, I believe, Patrick Wilson, where he's met at the line for a gain of about 1 by a host of Bearcats.
Well, I think Dexter came out and responded well. They closed off that, looked like about the B gap on that, and shut that run down pretty fast.
Coach Gregory in the shotgun formation. So he's looking to his left. Ball incomplete, overthrown. Looked like the intended receiver was number 84, Jordan McMunn. So bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 from the 11.
Well, Malden came out there with that trips off to the short side of the field. Just basically that can cause a lot of confusions. You can do some inside drags, shallows, little curl outs, or even run a post out of that. They're coming back with the trips off to the wide side now.
Yes. Looks like we're going to have offsides on the Bearcats again.
It looks like Malden changed up their cadence just a little bit. Again, Dexter's got to focus on that ball. They got to stop listening to any kind of cadence. They got to watch the ball. When the ball moves, then they're going off that ball.
So that'll be 3rd and 4 now from the 16. Same formation.
Kind of waiting to
Trip
see.
right.
Maybe Malden
Shotgun.
comes out with a little one of those wheel passes
Gregory
here.
with the snap. Again, he's looking to his left. Pass to number 84, Jordan McMunn. Incomplete is the call. So that bring up 4th down and 4 as the punt team comes on and the receiving team comes on. Jake Cox back to return this punt as Josh Sifford injured in the first half. So Blakely Cook back to punt. Low snap. Cox with the reception. Fumble, but recovered by Jake. So he's brought down by number 80, Quentin Jackson. So the Bearcats will start with a short field.
Yeah,
They'll
quick
start at the,
reaction by
Malden Bearcat.
Dexter to get back on that ball. There's a good possibility of turning that over and giving Malden great field position again.
Yes.
Malden's going to have to come out here. They've got to make something happen here, and possibly a turnover if they want to. They need to regain control right now if they want to stay in the game. Dexter comes out, mounts a great drive here. It's going to make it much, much harder on Malden to bounce back.
Got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a procedure, false start. Dexter. So we'll back it up 5.
Well, Dexter's been plagued with the yellow flag quite a bit this evening, but they have been able to respond well enough to get the 20 points up on the board, which that's very fortunate. Usually, if you're plagued with those flags, you're putting yourself in a bad position. But you don't want this to come back and haunt you. You got to clean that up.
Yeah, those penalties. Dexter called for 8 for 65 yards in the first half versus 1 for 5 for the Greenway. So again, Mills rolls to his right, under pressure. Ball incomplete is number 30. Kyle Lamar, as well as number 48, Luster Jordan on the pursuit there.
Yeah, it looked like the Malden defensive line did a slant down hard inside and just basically busted through, and great pursuit. At first it kind of looked like they were possibly setting up for a screen pass, but there wasn't nothing out there. So it was just really intense pursuit on Miles.
All right, so Wes McCullough's lone back. Handoff to McCullough right up the middle as he's met by 2 Malden Greenway. Looked like number 60 there. as well as number 42, number 60 being a G.W. Howell, and number 42, Dwight Jackson. It's a great pursuit there, a gain of about 0.
Yeah, Malden, they just got off that ball. They closed up the gaps, just nowhere to go. And really playing aggressive up here. And, you know, it's obvious they do not feel they're out of this game.
Right.
They feel at any time they could get back in this game.
Mills from the shotgun, trips right. McCullough the lone back. Mills looking to his right. Got a receiver. Gary Summers open with the reception, brought down by number 10. That being Percy Johnson, but not until after the reception and the first down by the Dexter Bearcats.
Yeah,
to the Malden Green Wave, about 28 it looks like.
That was some great offensive blocking up front there, and they kept them out, kept the penetration out this time, giving Miles some time. You give Miles that kind of time back there, he's going to find somebody, or he's going to make something happen, one or the other.
Yeah, as we've said, Ben Mills there, a lot of experience, well-educated, well-disciplined.
Mills, I believe I said
decisions.
Miles. I don't know where that came from, but it's Mills, yes.
Bad exchange. Mills on the ball. So Dexter Bearcats be looking at a 2nd and 11. We jinxed him there. We were bragging on him, and not saying that was his fault necessarily, but you go talking good about somebody, and all of a sudden something bad happens.
He's going to watch the replay
at
4 o'clock on Sunday, and he's going to ask us, please don't say nothing good about him until he accomplishes it from now on.
Schwartz sitting there shaking his head saying, I told you guys not to do that. Next time, listen to him. But
well, he was quick to get back on that.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's not one to let something go.
Greg Schwartz out of semi-retirement from his internship here, working the camera again with us. Mills back, handoff to McCullough, met instantly. As he tries to get away. 3 Greenway on the defense. He's going to be thrown for about maybe a 3-yard loss.
Well, one thing I don't want to see, I don't like to see a team do, and of course I'm not saying they are doing it, but you don't want to play not to lose. You get a good lead, keep playing to win. Keep playing to win. Because I've seen a lot of teams set back, and basically that's what it means. Play not to lose, just sit back and try to be comfortable with that lead. Don't. You want to keep adding the points on there. Because you got Malden here attacking. They're not giving up. They're looking for something to break.
Okay, Mills back in the shotgun, looking at Gary Summers across the middle underneath. So he has some running room. Turns it upfield, brought down by number 10, but and also in pursuit there was number 20. So number 20 being Patrick Wilson, and then assisted there number 10, Percy Johnson, for a gain of about 8. So it's going to be about 4th and 6 from the 25-yard line. Jake Cox bringing the play out onto the field. So we saw Dylan Acevedo in the pregame kind of kicking some from about 38, which that would be right about where he'd be cooking about 32, 33 yards here. Excuse me, from the 25, 35, 43. So that's going to put him a little bit out of range. Mills back. Looking. Gary Summers just a little high. So that's going to bring 1st and 10 for the Greenway.
I thought it was a smart move on, Dexter's part. It's far enough down here. There's no reason to punt. You might as well try to get that, conversion, get that first down, and certainly 4 down territory in that case. Well, Malden comes sprinting up to the line. They're still very enthusiastic. They're still believing in themselves. So looking for that win.
Number 5 there in the lining up, Raymond Wilson. So we saw him do that in the second quarter. Line up there and take the snap. Gain of about 3 yards. Bring up about a 2nd and 7.
Well, the Bearcats are going to have to stay on this. They're going to have to they're going to have to bring this back to their own game.
Wilson there in the shotgun, hands off to number 10. Great pursuit by the Bearcats. Fumble. See who comes up with it. Dexter Bearcats recover. Looks like a number 33 on that recovery. So a great hustle there and great pursuit by Nick Summers, getting the ball back for the Bearcats.
Well, he came in there and just basically he just whirled his hands in there and just great hard tackle and came straight down his body, stripped that ball right out of there.
Okay, so we got Mills lining up in I formation. Aaron Mace at fullback, Wes McCullough there at tailback. Wyndham and Summers wideouts. Mills looks, pursuit there by number 48. Great pursuit, getting around the end was Luster Jordan with the sack for the Greenway. Number 12 also, Devin McAllister in there on that sack.
Well, this game's starting to slowly become a defensive struggle here now. Only case in Malden's case, though, you know, they're still going to have to find those points.
Absolutely.
And they've got a break at right now, not turning the ball over. But each defensive unit has been really stringent. They're not giving up anything.
Sean Slaving's in his fullback, same formation. Wes McCullough with the handoff. Tackle just past or right at the original line of scrimmage there by number 30 coming across from the far side. That being Kyle Lamar. Then number 50, Blakely Cook, also in on that tackle. Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Greenway.
Oh, Kyle Lamar, he came out about nowhere, just flew.
I think he jumped from about the defensive end position.
He covered about 10 yards in about
the right guard.
About a second and a half there to make that tackle. It was very impressive.
From the shotgun. Looking to turn it upfield. Nobody open. Sack there on Mills by number 52. Kind of Mills just going down before the hit. Chris Bennett there with the credit on the sack. Mill a little ginger on his
I'm going to say, you know, in this
there.
case, Ed, I'm not too sure I wouldn't try to punt it. Try to angle it towards the corner. Just try to drop it right in there on the 1-2 yard line. Even if it went in the end zone, you're still going to take away 10 yards away from them.
Okay, so looks like we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah,
Dexter.
Think about this a little bit.
Aaron looks like Coach Pixley may want to talk with his quarterback. Okay, so with the 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third quarter, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. You're watching a live Dexter Bearcat football from Charles Bland Stadium here on YHC TV.
Sometimes we just need to stop what we're doing and look around. We need to be thankful for what we have, where we live, and the quality of life we enjoy. Hi, I'm Jack Huffman, and on behalf of First Midwest Bank, we want to thank you for allowing us to be part of such a wonderful community. Proud to be a Bearcat sponsor, First Midwest Bank.
Go Bearcats!
I'm a full-time wife and mom, and I also work as a substitute teacher. You can see why it seems impossible to get a college degree, but with Southeast Missouri State University's regional campuses, it really is within my reach. I can get a degree without leaving my hometown, and that's important when you have a family. Getting a college degree isn't easy, but Southeast makes it convenient.
Okay, from the shotgun, Mills with the snap. Across the middle to Gary Summers, close for the first down. Summers is brought down by number 5, Raymond Wilson. And it is going to be a first down as the line and gain crew move the chains.
Well,
so
that was
it'll be
a nice
about first and goal from about
that.
the 10.
That was a great executed deep slant and into the middle and hit him perfect. That's a hard pass to defend on that, Ed. It really is.
Yes, it is. As we'll have McCullough the lone back, trips right. Morgan Hedrick here on the near side. Mills under center. Hand off to McCullough. Tripped up at about the 5. Tripped up by number 20. Patrick Wilson for the Greenway. As it comes up second and goal.
At Allen Christian and Dexter, customer satisfaction is our number.
Okay, we see Jake Cox bring the play in for the Bearcats.
You know, that play selection earlier, Ed, that was excellent confidence in your offense. Coach Pixley putting that in.
Here we go. Same trips right, Hedrick near side, McCullough in the backfield in front of the shotgun. McCullough across the middle to Ryan Wyndham. Ryan will look across the goal line for a touchdown. Great run there by Ryan to turn it back upfield and gain the touchdown. So 3:53 to go, 26-7 Dexter Bearcats as they'll line up for the extra point.
Well, quarterback Ben Mills, he is becoming very dangerous with that arm with those inside slants that Coach Pixley's calling in, and
looks
like they're becoming very deadly with them.
Looks like the Bearcats are going to go for 2, as I see Dylan Acevedo here on the sideline. So spread formation there, McCullough in the backfield. Quick pass out to Gary Summers, incomplete. Summers was open, pass just a little short, and Summers had a good shot at it, just couldn't come up with it. So that extra point attempt brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare, who for over 40 years has taken pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, hometown healing. So 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. Bearcats on top, 26-7. But as the Green Wave has shown us, they can score quickly. 51 seconds, I think, they're at the end of the second quarter. So they're looking to get on the board here in the second half. Keep the score close.
Well, whenever you got speed and it's still, still that much time left in this game, it can change very quickly. And, that's the thing Coach Pixley's got to tell his team. You can't get comfortable. Never be comfortable until that last whistle, the last second of that fourth quarter.
Okay, Dylan Acevedo with the kick. To number 5, Ray Wilson. The wedge is getting set. Wilson got a hole up the middle. Breaks the tackle. In pursuit. Uh-oh, he's on the sideline. And just like that, he's going. He's at the 20. Last man to catch him won't do it. So just as we were saying, in about a matter of seconds, there is a flag on the play, though. Right there at about the 15-yard line.
Really, I was watching that block, and I know what the referee thought he saw, but
illegal block against the Greenway. So
he stayed with him in the front, and what that referee probably saw was just he was looking at the wrong angle because he didn't have his hands on his back at all. That initial hit was in the front. It was a good block. But the referees are the ones calling it and not me.
Absolutely. But, they got a lot better view. I mean, we can see very well from up here, but
yeah, what I was watching,
than we are.
And this is a common thing that happens. You'll start your block in the front, and it is legal to go ahead and move to the back if you start in the front and the player turns his back to you. Unfortunately, most of the time the referees aren't going to see where you started that block. Right. So it's best just to let it go. And once again, that runner's got 5-6 yards on that kind of speed. Just let it go.
Yes.
Let it go and let him get in the end zone. But, of course, we go back to what we said speed could do, change this game around real fast.
Yeah, here's the Greenway with excellent field position from the Dexter 25. They got Gregory back in at quarterback from the shotgun, trips right. He rolls to his right, back to his left, looking. Out of bounds on the reception, number 30, Kyle Lamar. He tried to get the feet down, but he was just a little too close.
He was close. He almost had it.
Be 2nd and 10.
I had a great view from this side on that.
Gregory brings the play in from the sideline.
Well, Malden needs to come out here. They really need to execute here and make things happen.
From the shotgun again, trips right. Looking to his left. Pass a little high. Can't be brought in by number 84, Jordan McMunn. That's a tough one there for the Greenway.
Well, in this situation, no matter what, Malden's in a 4-down situation where they really do need to go ahead and go with it. This be a costly penalty here. They were setting themselves up in a great situation.
Yes.
Very costly penalty.
So a second and about 30. First, and 30. Okay, there the referees get the line and gain crew set. It is second down. 30 from the Bearcat 45. Gregory back in the shotgun. Pass incomplete.
You know, we were talking, Green Wave hadn't had any really significant penalties, and all of a sudden when they get in a great position, and they get a couple that really just hurt them right off the bat. And I still disagree with that flag earlier. It was should have been a touchdown, and but that's my opinion.
Jackson, met by a plethora of Bearcats. That's number 43 and number 88, and looked like 82 Bearcats. 82 being Dylan Harden, 83, 43 is Alex Cliff, 88 Jacob Lee. So, but Gregory scrambled in the backfield there, but just didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. So 2:50 to go.
Yeah, Malden's
going to punt from the fit. Well,
Malden's got to come out here thinking they got to create a turnover as soon as possible. Get that ball back.
Blakely Cook with the punt. Nice punt. Jacob Cox back. He'll let it land. Takes a Dexter Bearcat bounce from the 20 back up to about the 23. There's a flag on the play. Holding against the Bearcats. So 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dexter Bearcats lead 26-7.
You know, it is an oddity sometimes for a team to be penalized as much as Dexter has and have the lead. I mean, very strange. Most of the time it's either a close one or they're trailing. But again, Dexter's defense has stepped up when they needed to, and of course then Malden had a couple of penalties that really hurt them badly.
Talk about two big penalties on the return and then for 20 yards, you know, and so.
Well, at this point, Malden, what they need to do, they've got to play aggressive defense and cause a turnover if they want an opportunity
here. We go, handoff to McCullough up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Again, people thought he's down. He didn't think he was down. Fumble.
Ball's on the ground.
As he tries to get extra yardage, it's going to be recovered by the Greenway. Recovery there by number 84. Number 84 being Jordan McMunn. So McCullough, everybody thought he was down. He didn't think he was. The referee did not blow the whistle. He's
that's
up.
One
He's
thing
still
about,
running and loses the handle on the ball.
Well, you know, the McCullough boy, never count him down till you hear that whistle.
Absolutely.
He is a low runner. It's
So
really hard to tell if he ever does go down.
The Greenway are
but,
right.
Unfortunately, that for McCullough, I almost think that his players thought he was down and stopped blocking, which allowed Malden to swarm him and create the opportunity with that turnover.
Okay, so we got Williams again from the shotgun. So he takes the snap, runs right up the right side, brought down by number 45 and number 83. Number 45 again being Sean Slavings and 83 being Taylor Gerald. So a gain of about 6. 5. Just like that, the Greenway get the ball back. Great field position. Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, Wilson with the snap and the run. So he heads right up the left side. Gain of about 2. So bring it 3rd and short.
In this situation, if Malden can put a score up there before the end of this third quarter, they're only down by 2 scores, and they seem to be getting a little bit of momentum, which Dexter's going to have to come out, and they're going to have to put a stop to it.
Wilson this time with the snap, hands it off to number 10 around the right side, hurdles inside the 5. Gutsy run there by Percy Johnson. So he goes up and over, comes up hobbling just a little bit.
Well, those guys
going to be first down on about the 3, so 1st and goal from the 3 for the Greenway.
Well, those kinds of runs look great, but very dangerous situation for runners. When you leave your feet,
growing up,
you really become exposed.
I think every kid watched a Brian song, and you see Gail
Sayers doing that, and but
it
really
great
expose you
career
to the possibility.
Wilson
of being
with the
injured.
snap. He runs up the middle, met by a host of Bearcats. Whistles are blown, but the ball is loose. But I think he's going to be down.
They're gonna call it down by momentum there. I mean, he was stopped.
So 2nd and 3 from the 3. 26 seconds now to go in the third quarter. I'm sure Malden would like to punch this in before the quarter is over. Just a few seconds separate the play clock from the clock. Getting to number 10 on the outside. Pounds it in. Touchdown, Malden. Great run again by Percy Johnson. Took the hit, kept his leg going, and drove right through across the goal line for the second touchdown for the Greenway this evening with 4 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Well, that was a sound place and great call by the coach.
Well, Malden sets that up well with Wilson taking the snap and running up a couple of times, and then he makes the handoff. Of course, the defense probably looking to him first, but as we look at number 30, Kyle Lamar with the kick, it's up. Appears to be good. It is good. So with 4 seconds to go, it's 26-14. That extra point brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare, who for over 40 years has taken pride in caring for you and your family, serving the community with 7 medical clinics in Dexter and Bloomfield, specializing in internal medicine, family practice, pediatrics, and general surgery. Missouri Southern Healthcare, hometown healing.
Well, on that play, it basically with that kind of speed, you get your lead block out there, and you seal in any outside players on defense. And with that kind of speed, that 5 yards should be nothing to get. You should be able to get 5 yards on something like that. But it was well blocked. They blocked down on that defensive end, and the outside linebacker got a lead blocker out there for anybody loose, and took it right in. Now Malden has set themselves up perfectly. They're down by 12.
And here's the
they
kick.
come out, they play aggressive. Dexter's going to have to stay on top of the game here.
McCullough with the run right up the middle. Hit by 2 Malden Greenway, number 10 and number 50. So brought down by Percy Johnson and Blakely Cook to end the third quarter with the Dexter Bearcats on top, 26-14. You're watching live Dexter Bearcat football on YAC TV.
And folks, if you've not been to the Winchester Place, come in and take a look at this facility. You don't know what you have missed.
We are very proud of this facility. A lot of people do not realize we're here, what we can offer to them, and what a facility we have. And we would like to have people come by anytime and tour us. You won't find a better place to live or better staff to take care of you anywhere southeast Missouri. I'll guarantee it.
We are located at 400 Winchester Drive. Come down Bowman, and we sit on the corner of Bowman and Winchester.
Right now, Case IH is offering 0% for 60 months plus 0 down on any Farmall tractor. Or 0 payments for 6 months.
Or
a free loader worth up to $6,000.
Or
buy the loader and finance the whole package at 0%.
And how do I know if Farmall is right for me?
We have models ranging from 31 to 105 horsepower. They're great for tons of applications.
Like?
Livestock farms.
Keep going.
Poultry, horses, golf courses,
no.
Stadiums, highway mowing,
no.
landscaping.
Yes.
See your Case IH dealer, Baker Implement Company, with 9 convenient locations.
Okay, we're back here. Start the fourth quarter. Dexter has the ball on about their 35-yard line, excuse me. I formation. Aaron Mace fullback. Wes McCullough met the backfield, but number 30. We've called his name a lot. Kyle Lamar just a stop for about a loss of about 1 or 2. Again, we want to thank Brett Dorton for bringing us stats from the third quarter. Go ahead there, Bill.
I was going to say, that's why you don't, you got to stay focused on what you're doing. You can't become satisfied with a big lead because it can be taken away from you very quickly.
Yes.
And, I compliments to Malden for not giving up, and they're coming back after him. So Dexter's got to regroup if they want to stay.
Mills rolls out to his right. He's got Wyndham. He's got Hedrick. He's looking deep. Holds the ball, brings it back down. Brought down again. Number 30, Kyle Lamar, for a loss of about 6, maybe 5. But at that time, a great coverage by the Green Wave on Ryan Wyndham and Morgan Hedrick cutting across the middle there. With Ryan Wyndham trying to run like a post.
Well, Coach Bixley, I'm sure, is thinking, and telling his players, do not get satisfied. You've got to keep playing the way you had the whole first half. And the coaches from Malden are telling them, hey, you got some new life. You got plenty of time. Keep coming after him. But it has been a great game,
Mills looks to his right. He's got Gary Summers over there. Overthrown slightly. Great effort there by Summers. Well defended. Well defended on the play by number 5, Raymond Wilson. So that'll bring up 4th and long from the 30. Dexter setting up for the punt, it appears. We'll have number 80 for the Green Wave, Quentin Jackson, back to receive. Number 54, Dylan Acevedo, steps back to do the punting.
Looks like Malden's coming after him on this one.
Here they come. Number 10 with the effort there. Ball in the air is down. Takes a Bearcat roll at the end there. Touchdown by number 53, Jacob Stevens. So the Bearcats will set up, Malden will set up at their own 45 with 10:20 to go in the ball game. Down by 12. So they've shown some speed. They've shown the ability to score quickly. So they're certainly not. This game's not over by any means.
No, it's not over. Dexter's going to have to come out here, play some solid defense. They need to be continuously thinking, try to cause a turnover, because Malden's got a little momentum going here.
Yep.
And
Wilson
they're
there
feeling pretty confident
in the back
themselves.
Of the shotgun. He takes it himself, runs around the outside. He's going to get a gain of about 6. Brought down, looks like by maybe number 23 and number 45 for the Bearcats. 23 is, is 22, not 23, but a Tyler Batchelor. And 45 being a Sean Slavens. So we're looking at a 2nd and 3 for the Bearcats, for the Green Wave from the Bearcat 47, 48-yard line. Wilson in the shotgun. That time his alternate or snap count is a little too good for his own team.
Yeah, I believe.
Offsides on the Green Wave.
About 5 or 6 of them didn't get the same count he had called in the huddle. The others
did. The entire line went. Center didn't snap the ball. So
now,
bring up second
Malden has found
8.
some resurgence of life, and they're playing pretty confident out there. Now Dexter's got to try to take that back away from them.
Yes.
They had that in the first half, and but they've got to refine it also.
Handoff to number 1. See breaks. Nope, does not get free. Brought down by number 88, Jacob Lee. That was Justin Rowe on the run for a loss of about 4 or 5. Going to bring up third and about 15.
Well, that's the kind of defense Dexter was playing in the first half.
Yes.
Getting that, penetration, bubbling the offensive play, and, giving them plenty of time for a flow to the ball from the backside. And, but, Dexter or Malden's got to come back. They've got to seal that off inside. They've got to get them down blocks.
Gregory with the pass. Number 10 there on the reception out in the flat. Percy Johnson, as he tries to cut back up the middle, loses his footing. So a gain of about 3. Bring up 4th and 12.
He was turning that corner pretty good, Ed. If he doesn't slip,
yes,
he may have had a first down or maybe more.
He did have a lane there coming back against the grain.
I don't know if it's just really extremely wet out there from the rains that we've had or what it is, but he has had some trouble there.
Okay, ball
little
with a little
poke
trickery
look.
here. Quick kick. Got the roll. So Malden.
You know what kind of formation that's called, Ed? That's called the polecat formation. I saw that about first time about 30 years ago, and it's a unique little thing because you can line up in that and all of a sudden not punt it, take the snap, and basically get a pass, and you got an automatic screen set up out there either side.
Dexter played it right. They spread out with it.
They spread out immediately. They must have seen that before in scouting. But the old polecat. Now I think some of them call it something different, but that was the old polecat from years ago.
With 8:45 to go in the game, Dexter with the ball, handoff to McCullough up the middle. He hurdles the line, brought down by number 4. That being Travis Gregory. Gain of about 5. The clock continues to run now. Clock is a friend of the Bearcats. Sean Slavings brings the play in. Hand off to McCullough again, trying to go up the right side. Met at the line, stood up. Brought down by a host of Green Wave.
It's been a while since I've seen
the initial stop may have been by number 20 there, Patrick Wilson.
He's one of the toughest runners I've seen in several years. He is one of the hardest to bring down.
He just keeps the legs going.
A very, very strong individual.
Mace brings the play in. Clock now down to 7:30.
And by no means, Malden's taking it easy on them. They're putting some hard hits out there and have been all whole game.
So Aaron Mason fullback, McCullough at the I-back. Hand off to Mace, met instantly. So I think half a step to the left and Malden would have received that handoff. Great pursuit, penetration there by number 30.
Well, both
Kyle Lamar.
Well, we talked about this in the beginning. That battle was going to be there in the trenches, and it has been all game. Been a tremendous game inside on that line. It's been back and forth, and that just makes for a great, enjoyable game to watch.
Yeah.
And really good class act on both sides here. They're out there playing football. It's something you can really enjoy.
Okay, Dylan Acevedo with the punt. Takes a Green Wave bounce as the ball is down by number 43, Alex Cliff. Green Wave will line up with the ball at their own 44. 6:25 to go win the ball game. Green Wave down by 12, scored 26-14 in favor of the Bearcats.
You know, like we were talking, with that kind of speed, 6 minutes and 25 seconds is a lifetime, and plenty of time to react. So, you know, Malden's got a great chance.
Gregory
Dexter's got to come out hard, keep
Gregory
playing
under
tough.
center, quick pass out to the flat. There at 84. Jordan McMunn brought down by 88. Jacob Lee of the Bearcats for a gain of about 5. It's a gain of 6. Be 2nd and 4 from the 50.
Well, 89
6 minutes to go in the game.
Well, 89, Nate Watkins, he played that perfect. He kept that to the inside of him where he had plenty of help. And with a great flow by Dexter defense, they were able to cut that off.
This time Gregory tries it again to the other side. Ball to pass intended for Quentin Jackson through his hands. He's going to be a little frustrated with that one. That has stopped the clock with 5:46 to go in the game. Ball on the 50-yard line, 3rd and 4 for the Malden Green Wave.
I don't know, but I may be looking at the wrong angle, but that
looked like a
seemed to
lateral.
be behind the line of scrimmage, which would mean a
fumble.
Yeah, fumble. So, and that's happened a couple times tonight. The referees have disagreed, but something you got to be real careful with.
This time Gregory in the shotgun, pursued well by the Bearcats, brought down for a loss by number 58, Ben Rogers, for the Bearcats. So it's going to be a 4th and long, about 4th and 8 from the Greenway 46-yard line. 46-yard line. Again, 4th down territory from here on out for the Greenway. 5:17, 5:16 to go in the ball game.
Travis Gregory, quarterback, he's trying to get that. He might consider.
Oh wait, I stand corrected. Blakely Cook lined up back there to punt. He's looking to pass. Throws it downfield. Oh! Nice attempt there by a pass intended for number 20. Patrick Wilson, well defended there by number 11, Hunter Bruce. But punter there, Blakely Cook, playing the line, showing a little bit of arm there.
Hats off to the Malden staff. Put a little razzle-dazzle in there and try to make something happen.
Sure.
Very.
Try to
I
catch
was
the Bearcats
actually
off
the way
guard.
they had first lined up like that in that punt formation. I was kind of expecting a direct snap a little bit, but I like that. I mean, I know it didn't happen, but it sure came awful close.
So again, Bearcats come out in the I formation. Sean Slavin, the fullback. Wes McCullough there, tailback. McCullough with the ball. He is met instantly by number 12, Devin McAllister, for no gain or maybe a half a yard gain. So as the clock continues to run now, 4:30, just over 4:30 to go in the ball game. Bearcats with a 12-point lead. Aaron Mace brings in the play as Slavings comes out.
Well, in this situation right now, Dexter does want to protect the ball.
Absolutely.
They
Protect
want to
the
protect
ball,
it. Don't put it down
keep it on the
ground.
ground, get a first down.
You know, but Malden's out here. They're coming after Dexter. They're trying to create something. They know they've caused Dexter to put it on the ground before, and they're
Mills
looking to
with
do
the
it
snap.
again.
McCullough breaks the tackle, gets up to about the 40-yard line for a gain of about 6.
You know,
bring the clock down to 4 minutes. Go ahead, Bill. I'm
No,
sorry.
I apologize. I was just going to say, knowing how great of a runner McCullough is, Malden's doing a great job defensively, bringing him down and getting to him. They've had a little bit of trouble, but they're flowing well to the ball. To me, they respect him as a runner, so they're going to come after him.
McCullough with the ball. This time he breaks tackle, gets through. First down, continues to run. Brought down by number 30. Or is that, nope, excuse me, number 80. Quentin Jackson, but not after a first down, a big gain by McCullough. So as we 3:26 to go, clock stops to move the chains.
Yeah, you don't want to get out in the open field with McCullough. He hits that open field, and it's a one-on-one, and it becomes a very tough situation. But when they've been containing him, they've been able to, control it, put the ball on the ground once. And but that open field, he's so powerful that it makes it very difficult.
Same formation for the Bearcats. Mills under center. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. McCullough with the ball up the middle. Nice tackle there. But number 30, we've said his name all night long, Kyle Lamar, really having a great defensive game against these Bearcats.
I'm not sure. Kyle must be an extremely strong kid too, because I don't know if he tripped McCullough up or not, but it looked like he actually tackled him one-handed at the waist. So I'm impressed with that tackle.
The clock ticks down to 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game. This time, inside handoff to Slavings. He's tripped up at the line, gain of about a yard. Tackle made by number 60, G.W. Howell. Oh, we got a quick timeout here, so producer Tyler Wagner gets my attention. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching live Dexter Bearcat football on YHC TV.
At MHJ Insurance Agency, you are a valued customer and friend. We still believe in old-fashioned service and can help with all your insurance needs. Auto, home, boat, business, farm, life and health, just to name a few. Protecting your hard-earned assets is no child's play. We'll work hard to find you the best coverage at the best price. MHJ Insurance Agency, modern technology with old-fashioned service. Free quotes, free service.
At Allen Christian and Dexter, customer satisfaction is our #1 concern before and after the sale. With my dad, my brothers, and our experienced sales staff, your buying experience will be made simple.
We'll get you the right vehicle at the right price.
Our selection of Buick, Pontiac, and GMC is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or even better, right here on the lot.
Plus, after the sale, we will take care of all your service needs.
With over 50 years of experience, you'll like the way we do business at Allen Christian and Dexter.
And we're back. 2:20 to go in the game. Mills under center. Handoff to McCullough. Goes up right to the right tackle. Brought down by Kyle Lamar, number 30. Assisted there by number 60. And number 12 being Devin McAllister, and 60 there is G.W. Howe. So as the clock stopped again, have a Malden Greenway timeout with 2:14 to go. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. You're watching live Dexter Bearcat football on YHC TV.
At Bagby Investment Consultants, we provide 3 main services to our clients. Investment management. You will have access to first-class institutional investment managers from around the world. Investment advice. We have 3 investment advisors with a combined experience of over 48 years. Financial planning. Our financial planners and paraplanner can help you with your retirement, college, estate, and tax planning needs. Come learn about the difference we can make. Let us help you reach for your dreams.
Okay, we're back as both coaches get final words in. Coach Kyer hustling off the field there for the Greenway. And Coach Pixley walking off the field here for the Bearcats. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the ball game. 4th down, 3 to go. From the 17, from the Malden 17 for the Bearcats. I formation, Mills under center. Ball to McCullough. He's met in the backfield by number 52. Breaks free, shakes free, but 2 more Bearcats there. Bring him down, number 50 and number 10. Number 50, Blakely Cook, and number 10.
Great defensive stance by Malden.
Great call there. By the Greenway defense. So with just over 2 minutes, 2 minutes 6 seconds to go in the ball game, it'll be 1st and 10 from the Malden Greenway 20-yard line.
Well, it's not impossible, which I have, after years of coaching, I found out that there's nothing that's impossible. And which is scary if you're on the winning side at the point and then things start turning bad for you.
Yes. Okay, we're going to have Travis Gregory in the shotgun for the Greenway. So he's looking, quick pass out, number 30. So he makes a powerful run out of bounds. Number 30, Kyle Lamar, breaks a couple of tackles, taken out of bounds after a gain of about 8. So with 2:01 to go in the ball game. 2nd and 3 for the Greenway. This time, Lamar with the reception cuts it back up for a first down. So the clock will stop as they move the chains. 1 minute, 55 seconds to go.
No, they've gotten 2 plays off in just basically less than 10 seconds there.
Malden ready to go as soon as the clock is run. Gregory looking to his left. Pass out to Wilson, incomplete, just a little high. Stopping the clock. Well defended by number 44, Austin Featherston, for the Bearcats. So bring up 2nd and 10 for the Greenway from their own 33. Gregory back in the shotgun, trips to the left.
Well, Dexter's in a position they don't have to play prevent defense, but they got to keep coming
after.
To
run it up. Saw a slight hole, but brought down by number 54, number 88 by the Bearcats. That's Dylan Acevedo, and number 88 is Jacob Lee. So that keeps the ball in play. Got to be third. Got a timeout. Green Wave. That should be their final timeout. So with 1 minute 41 seconds to go, we're going to keep on talking to you right here. Bearcat, or as Malden talk about the situation, again, 3rd and 13 from the 29-yard line. Malden down by 12.
Well, they can, keep using their speed, trying to get that swing out pass out there. Or you never know, they might just try a deep post on you and try to get the quick hit, quick score, come back with an onside kick, try to recover. Because, really there's still plenty of time. If you can get a score up there quickly in the next 10 seconds, next 15 seconds to get the onside, you got time to go from there. I mean, onside kick, you're going to be on the 50 area anyway. So it's plenty of time to score.
This time Wilson back, quarterback, looking to throw. He's got a receiver open, just overthrown. Kyle Lamar was the intended receiver. Of course, the overthrow pass, incomplete, stops the clock.
He's got to calm down just a little bit and complete
so far,
pass.
Mostly tonight, Wilson, when he's been back there, he's just ran the ball or handed it off. So I think that might be his first pass this season.
Yeah, it was. And
yes.
Actually, if he completed that, he had an opportunity that could have probably got a first down out of that, out of bounds, stopping the clock. So, of course, obviously, they've got to go for it, no matter what.
So Wilson back in the shotgun.
Might just gave him about 5 extra yards on this.
So we'll get 5 yards. Greenway will get 5 yards back, bringing up a 4th and 8. Wilson back to throw it across the middle. Ooh. Busted up there by Ryan Wyndham. So pass intended for number 80, Quentin Jackson, but again, great coverage there by Ryan Wyndham. going after the ball and busting up that pass play. So the Bearcats going to take over.
That was really a great play. And if you're watching this live, you got a great sight on that. And if you're not, hopefully you catch it on the replay. But
yes,
that was just a great defensive play there. Perfect timing.
If you got a DVR there with your New Wave Communications cable, you can just rewind that and see that hit again. So is this going to be a minute 28 to go in the ball game? Malden out of timeouts. So Mills will take a knee. That'll keep the clock going. And
well, I'll tell you what, Ed, what I saw out there was a couple real class acts of players, which is an immediate reflection upon the coaching staffs of both teams. And great class act. If you're, you should be, people from Malden and Dexter should be very proud of all these kids come out, put a great game on the field, and a lot of respect for each other. It was just a good old-fashioned, hard-hitting football game. May the best man win on this one. There's not one.
Mills will drop back one more, and that'll be about 15 seconds difference between the play clock and the clock. So he'll take a knee, and that'll be all it is. Again, a great game, both teams this evening. So
neither team. I mean, Malden, great class act, like I was saying. So is Dexter, obviously. Both of them should be very proud of each other. They played a great football game. It was.
Bearcats get their first win of the season, 26-14 against the Malden Green Wave. We're going to keep talking with you real quick. If you see both teams shake hands there, as you see the graphics on the score, again, a Dexter Bearcats, the home team, with victorious this evening, 26-14. So just a great effort by the Bearcats. Again, a fine effort also by the Green Wave. I had an opportunity to kind of cave and decided not to and wanted to keep on playing this ball game. If it just had been for a couple of miscues, it could be a totally different outcome here this evening.
Yeah, it could have been a very close game. I mean, if that one score goes in, you're looking at it changes the whole situation. I mean, you're looking at a 26-21 score.
Yes.
And you got something different to put out there. Also, a little more pressure on defense. Different scenario, things can happen. You never know what might happen, a little more enthusiasm. But, overall, it was a great, solid high school football game, clean as could be. The penalties really were nothing that would reflect any kind of cheapness,
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching YC TV.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go?
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back, YC TV. You're seeing the tail end here of the Dexter Bearcat Malden Green Wave football game. Again, Dexter victorious for their first win of the season, 26-14. Both teams are now 1-4. Looking into next week. Bill, you got your stats there from our good friend Brett Dorton. What all we got here going on tonight?
Oh, yeah, he's great at delivering these stats. I'll just quickly hit a couple of the big ones. First down differences, Malden 9, Dexter 19. Rushing attempts 24-48, and we'll just hit the net yards or total offensive yards altogether. Malden had 115, Dexter had 332 yards. Quickly to some individual stats on Malden. Leading rusher was Raymond Wilson with 8 attempts with a total of 28 yards. Passing-wise, Travis Gregory had 22 attempts for 10 completions of 89 yards, 1 touchdown. Passing on the receiving was Kyle Lamar with 3 receptions for a total of 19 yards. Quentin Jackson also had 2, along with Raymond Wilson, 2, a total of 26 and 36 yards each on that. Back to the Dexter Bearcats, Wesley McCullough had 29 rushes for a total of 141 yards. Ben Mills also had 9 rushes, which netted him only a negative 14. But coming down to passing, he had 16 attempts, 10 completions, 158 yards in the air. Pass receptions, Gary Summers had 4 for 63. Ryan Wyndham had 3 for 56. Morgan Hendricks had 3 for 39. Overall, in the just give you some quick stats on tackling. Quentin Jackson led along with Kyle Lamar, led with 5 and 7 respectively. Dwight Jackson had 4. Devin McAllister had 5. For the Dexter Bearcats, solo tackles, Sean Slavings had 4. Tyler Batchelor had 3, along with Hunter Bruce with 3, and Jacob Lee with 3. Total overall was Sean Slavings with 6 total tackles. Quentin Jackson and Kyle Lamar had a total of 8 each. Just for that quick rundown, Ed.
So again, just a very good effort. Great effort by the Dexter Bearcats, both sides of the ball this evening, putting together 4 quarters of play. And then a great also by the Malden Green Wave. Commend them. They got down early. They were able to come back right there before the end of the first half, get a score. Came out in the second half, had a couple of bad breaks, miscues, and a couple of penalties that really killed the drive early.
The big difference, like you were saying, they played 4 quarters. The difference was, to me, was that Dexter took advantage of some turnovers. They took advantage of a couple of big plays. They were able to get it in there. They played some great, solid offense. Both teams came out and really put a great game plan together. Unfortunately, for Malden, they didn't come together on a couple things that gave them an opportunity that could have made it a whole different ball game towards the end.
Again, that kind of concludes it for this evening. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, live Dexter Bearcat football on your YHC TV, on your New Wave Communications cable. Thanks to New Wave for all this done, and also for YHC bringing such a tremendous product to our customers at New Wave. I want to remind everybody again, you can see the replay at 4 p.m. Sunday afternoon. That's this Sunday, 4 p.m. You can see the replay. If you're not within a viewing system of New Wave Cable, catch it on the website at yhctv.com. Again, thanks for joining us this evening, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.